Hello. Thank you for coming to Third Period's play, Speed, the story of Atalanta. In this mythical play, the man who fall in love with a beautiful woman named Atalanta must beat her in a race for her heart. But it's harder than you think, because Atalanta is the best runner and hunter in the Greek world. And if she wins, it's death for the loser. Please enjoy the play. Introduction.
All these Greek stories are about men doing amazing things. Why aren't there any women heroes? Well, what about the story of Atalanta, one of the greatest hunters and athletes that ever lived? Who on earth are you and where did you come from? I'm Artemis, the goddess of hunting, and be more polite to me in the future, my dear. I turn people into trees for not minding their manners. Yes, you're a goddess. I mean, you're hunters. Don't worry about titles. This is the story.
Scene 1. Atalanta meets Meleager.
When Atalanta was born, her father the king was sad, not happy, like many Greek fathers of his day.
I wanted a boy who could hunt and make me proud. There's nothing I can do with this girl. Just take her away and leave her on a mountainside somewhere.
What a rat her father was. He was a rat, but he wasn't a successful rat. The baby girl lived. But how? Animals proved kinder than humans. A family of bears adopted the child and raised her as their own. They taught her the secrets of the forest. She became a great hunter. With amazing speed, she could chase down her prey. And with her sharp eyes and steady hands, she became a deadly shot with her bow and arrow. But if she stayed all by herself in the woods, how did she become famous? I'm afraid I had something to do with that. One day I got rather mad at one of the local rulers, King Aeneas, for not paying enough attention to my temples. They were getting a bit run down, you see, and people weren't making offerings to me anymore. I decided to send the king a little present. Actually, it was quite a big present. I bet he was pleased. Would you be pleased if a fire-breathing boar with razor-sharp tusks appeared in your backyard?
A boar! Help me! Help my kingdom! Oh, somebody do something!
What's so special about this wild pig? Send an out to kill it, and we'll put an apple in its mouth and have it for supper.
I'm afraid that won't do, my dear. This boar is as big as an ox. Its tusks can slice down trees. Flames shoot out from its snout. And plus, it's destroying all our crops. If we don't stop it soon, we'll have no harvest.
Well, then send all the best hunters in the world after it. Together, they can bring it down, I'm sure. So call went out for help from Greece's greatest hunters. Some of the top shots who showed up included a brave warrior named Jason and Theseus of Athens. Aeneas' son and his son Meleager headed the hunting party.
What a group of hunters! This will go down in history as one of the greatest hunts of all time. Wait a minute, who's that?
Atalanta strolled into the middle of the crowd. Her hair was knotted in a beautiful ponytail. She had an ivory quiver full of arrows slung over her shoulder and a powerful bow in her hand.
I've heard you need someone who's a good shot.
At that very second, Meleager fell in love with Atalanta. Unfortunately, everyone was so thrilled to have Atalanta on the hunt.
A woman on a hunt, who ever heard of anything so foolish? I know she'll be trouble. Send her away.
No, she stays. I'll bet she proves to be the best hunter of us all.
She's already bewitched her nephew. We'll have to keep an eye on her.
Scene 2, the hunt.
Remembering their purpose, the hunters set aside their disagreements over Atalanta and set out to defeat the gigantic boar.
We'll search high and low for that overgrown pig.
So they stepped carefully into the darkest part of the forest. In the midst of the tall trees and fallen branches, the hunters grew nervous.
Look out! Oh, sorry. I thought that stump over there was the...
There it is!
My big boar had seen hunters before they saw it. It raced right past them, leaving them in great confusion. Their weapons went flying in all different directions. Only luck kept the hunters from killing each other.
Hey, next time look where you're throwing that
I
spear.
didn't throw that one. My spear landed over there. Look out! Here comes the boar again.
The boar crashed through the trees. Atalanta took one of her arrows and carefully let it fly. The missile struck the boar right behind the ear and knocked it down.
Now, Meleager, use your spear and finish the job. I'll try.
With that, the prince thrust his spear into the unlucky boar, killing it and freeing the people from this deadly rampage.
Atalanta, you drew the first blood from this beast. You deserve the trophies, the tusks, and the hide.
Wait a minute, nephew. You killed the beast. beast. The prize is yours, not that she-bear's.
Please, watch your tongue, Uncle. Atalanta deserves the prize just as she deserves my love.
Prince, I don't know what to say.
I do. You're not getting any prize, and you're certainly not getting my nephew. You're just a nobody from the wrong side of the court.
With that, the uncles turned their weapons toward Atalanta. Meleager was prepared. In love and in rage, he drew his spear and killed them both.
Scene 3, Althea's revenge.
When Queen Althea heard what happened at the hunt, she was torn apart inside. How could my son have done such a terrible thing? He killed his own uncles to defend that wild girl. My brothers must be avenged, but to avenge them would mean that I have to kill my own son. What can I do? After hours of agonizing thought, she decided there was no other choice. Her son would have to give up his life to pay for the deaths of his uncles. Servant, go to the back of my closet and tap on the wall. When you hear a hollow sound, you have found my secret hiding place. Break down the wall and bring me the chest that I've kept in there all these years. The servant did as the queen commanded. In time, he returned with a wooden box covered with 20 years' worth of dust. Althea opened the box and took out an old log that had been charred by a fire. Put this on the fire. The servant thought it strange, but did as the queen commanded. In time, he returned to find the queen sobbing.
I've carried out your orders, great queen. What can you tell me? Why you kept that wall for so many years?
It's a story that pains me. One night when Meleager was just a baby, I sat before the fire singing my child to sleep. I must have fallen asleep too, because I had a terrible dream.
What was it, your highness?
I dreamed I saw the three fates, the old women who reap the events of our lives, and the sad and evil die from a short piece of yarn.
The boy's life will not be long. It will end when the log in the fireplace burns out.
I leapt up and, with my bare hand, pulled the burning log from the fireplace. I put out the flames and hid the logs so that no harm could come to my son. But now, my son has killed my brother. The servant turned to see the log blazing away in the fireplace. Meanwhile, in the forest, Atalanta and Meleager were talking.
Atalanta, you're brave, strong, and beautiful. I'm single, and I was wondering if...
Meleager, you don't look well. You're sweating. You've got a terrible fever.
I feel like I'm burning up. Please, give me some water.
Atalanta raced to a nearby stream. She cut her hands and caught some water. In time, she returned to Meleager's side. When she returned, she found him dead. In just a short time, she'd fallen in love with him. Now he was gone. Meanwhile,
Your highness, the fire is almost out.
Atalanta raced to a nearby stream. She cut some water and caught it in her hand and gave it to Meleager. In turn, she found him dead. In just a short time, she fell in love with him. Now he was gone.
Some God's hand is in this. Here's what I say to you. Since you've taken away the man I loved, I'll never love another.
Scene 3, risky business. Atalanta disappeared in the forest, swearing in her heart that she would never, ever marry. Atalanta wanted to be left alone, but she was a little too late. News of the great boar had spread far and wide, as had her beauty. Her father, the king, who had cruelly abandoned her at birth, came forward and invited her to live in his palace. There, young men, eager to win her approval, began camping out around the palace door.
Atalanta, what should we do about those men outside? They say we